You know, my mate Tim Shadbolt came up here and he said, "Oh, Pete, this is like Bastion Point on the Manukau." And comparisons have been made between this occupation and Bastion Point. But what people forget when they make those comparisons is that the land at Bastion Point was returned as a result of a treaty settlement in 1987. The occupation drew people's attention to the injustice that had been done. But ultimately, it was the Waitangi Tribunal that resolved the return of the land at Bastion Point. And so this isn't really an occupation like Bastion Point in that sense. This is an occupation in opposition to the settlement that has been made. It's different. The iwi have already settled. The iwi have already moved on to their next objectives, which are to house the people and to care for the people. A part of the problem with this occupation too is the notion that they want someone to buy the land back and to create it simply as a park. That wouldn't house any people. The park is already here, and it would take away what iwi have negotiated with the developers, and that is the return of 8 hectares of land to iwi here, which is a first, private land to be returned to iwi at no cost. And so the victory has already been won through negotiation by the iwi after they lost their challenge in court against this land being used as housing. And so again, there's the tension between accepting whatever happens when we take things to court and then moving on through negotiation for the best outcomes, or whether we should dig our feet into the sand, draw a line and say, we're not going to accept the negotiation, the settlement, and where we've got to so far. And part of the problem between that tension is if the sole protest wins its objectives, it denies the iwi land that it would have, it denies housing, and it simply creates a little bit more on this park that already exists and that it already protects the archaeological heritage of this unique landscape.